back to you. And the last thing I would tell my son about women is very fundamental and probably the most important, is about mission between male and female. A woman's ultimate mission in life is to have offspring and her nest and perpetuate life. That is her mission. That is her biological function. That is the mission that guides her through her whole entire life. She picks you, her house, where she lives, her job as a function of that mission, which is different from yours. A man's mission is to his passion. And you have to have a passion, because a passionless man is like a ship with no rudder or no direction. If you don't have a passion, a mission, and a direction in life, you're going to get swallowed up by hers. If you pick a woman, you're going to become weak and ineffectual, and you won't be happy. And by the same token, if you do have a passion, a mission, and a direction in life, you have to find a woman that's going to get on board with those three things. And no matter how she looks, how good her sex is, what kind of personality she has, it doesn't matter. If she's not on board with those three things, she's no good to you. You cannot pick a woman for the wrong reasons. And if you don't have those three things in place, your passion, your mission, and your direction, you are going to pick a woman for the wrong reasons, and you're not going to be happy, and things are going to end badly. Take it from an old man that knows, that's been through this stuff, okay? A woman is an accessory, not a priority. With that, I'm going to close out, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
We know, how does this help us with male-female relationships? We have to put females in perspective. A female is your vessel, not your goddess. Just like you, she's there for a purpose. And her purpose is to facilitate your creative energy. So when you acquire a woman, I do mean acquire a woman, because that's what you're doing when you date and you spend your money and you accept her into your life. You're acquiring a woman, you're acquiring a vessel. So when you acquire it, she's just like a tool. You have to have a use for her in mind. She is an outlet for you. And if she doesn't fill that role, guess what? She's no good to you. Picking a girl as your woman just because she's hot doesn't make sense. If there's no substance to her, there's no material in her personality that you can work with, she's no good. She's a container full of holes, full of porous material, and you're going to pour your light or your creative energy into her, and guess what? Just like a container with holes in it, it's going to run right out. And the more you pour into her, the more it's going to run out the other side, like Sisyphus rolling the rock up the hill just to have it roll back down at the end of the night. So a tin with a hole in her that's janky, it's just like that container that's porous. It's better to get you a solid 5 or 6 that meets your need than that adulterated tin. That adulterated tin riding the car carousel is like a burner cell phone. That smartphone that you pay hundreds of dollars for, so when it runs out of minutes or you run out of minutes, you got to toss it. That's what you're buying. You're buying a burner smartphone. That's what PUAs do. They're treating women like burner smartphones. They're spending all their time and money chasing, inquiring, only when they run out of minutes to toss it aside, and it's no good to them. You should look at women like useful tools, because in the beginning that's what they were. They were useful tools. They were not goddesses to be adored. They were there to do a certain amount of work and provide a certain amount of material that you could create with. Your strength, your creativity is the prize. Courting used to be the opportunity for that woman to prove that she was worthy material for your acquisition. It's been turned on its head in modern days for a woman to use your creativity and your resources to waste on dates and entertainment. So emotional love and lust are secondary to a woman fulfilling your needs and being a vessel for your goals. Her loyalties lie to her nest and her offspring. Your loyalty lies to your creativity and your creation. That's why you acquire her. Your children's are your creation. And your loyalty lies not to her, but to that which you create. So your occupation, your job, your knowledge, your quest for knowledge, all that comes first. That comes before her, not after. In the old days, it's not that women weren't important. They were secondary to a man's mission, his life's mission, whatever that is. And if modern women can't facilitate that, us as MGTOWs, we have to go our own way. We have to do our own thing, because our ultimate goal is to fulfill our creative spirit, our creative mission in our life. To give you an example, look at J.K. Rowling's character, Harry Potter. Notice the name. Whether J.K. Rowling did it consciously or unconsciously, she tapped into something. Harry Potter, in the role of K'num, is the divine potter, shaping the world with his magic, his creativity, and his wand. And his companion, his woman, was a vessel that facilitated his quest for knowledge and the creativity, and for him to discover himself. She was never the primary object. She was always secondary, and secondary to his role and his mission in life. And if you have a woman, that's what it should be. That woman is secondary, and you have to remember that. The modern world has got us to believe, this feminized world has got us to believe that that woman is primary, and your loyalty to her is primary. It's not. It's secondary to your mission. It's secondary to your creativity. It's secondary to your divine masculine nature. So the rebellious spirit you feel in your gut, that's what it's trying to tell you. That your divine creative spirit is being suppressed, and it wants to break out, and that's why you're here. You have to remember, you are the potter. The world and the feminine is the clay. You are the divine creative force in the world. The masculine energy is the active force. It shapes and creates the world, and it shapes and creates human civilization and societies. The female is but a vessel, is passive. It's material through which you shape. It's an outlet for your creativity. It's a container for your light. Societies, civilizations, organizations, and females in particular were always thought to do what they call settle men down. What do I mean by that? Young, wild male energy is what? Unfocused, unbridled. It really can't do work because it's scattered. What is a lens? A lens is a container or redirector of light. That used to be a woman's purpose. She was a director, a container, a guide, so that his light could create through. When you get into a relationship or you get into a marriage, what does a woman come with? She comes with demands, and she comes with wants. She doesn't come with any ideas on how to do it. She just comes with needs and wants. Now, normally, if it's a good container, it's a pure container, it's something that's unadulterated, that container or that lens would be clear, and it would directly focus that light so that light could do work, that light could be productive, that light could be elevating. In the modern world, that structure has broken down. That woman that used to be the pure container or the pure glass through which you could focus your light and shape the world is not there anymore. So what do? Now as MGTOWs, we have to go out and we have to be our own lens. We have to use the world as our clay, as our material now. We have to create outside of the norm. Our instincts tell us to look for our other half to look for our material through our woman. But you can't anymore.